Hello and welcome to another edition of the Super Subject podcast. We had a wonderful live session last week. We had some great commenters, so thank you for those who joined in. We obviously spoke about the ESL, which is now blown up and gone away, so back to it.
Back to normal.
Happy days. That's what we want.
Well,
What is the ESL? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fuss was about.
It's not a thing, is it?
Nah, it's not. Dead in
Just
the
a
water.
distant memory.
Yeah.
just 3 letters.
Some franchise thing. Not sure, mate, to be honest. But we know about the Carabao Cup. That's a
Good.
thing.
I mean, not one of the greatest cup finals you'll ever see,
But it's all because of Tottenham.
Yeah.
How they play it. It's just embarrassing to watch. They want to hit you on the counter-attack, but they're not going to do that. I mean, I know they beat City earlier in the season, but City were out of form then. And in form City, you're not going to be able to do that against them because they'll just put pressure and pressure and pressure. Just exactly how it went.
Yeah. Very one-sided, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Spurs had that one chance with Højbjerg, and it's like, you don't want him to have the ball there. Because
No.
Kane's there, he probably shoots.
Yeah. I thought one of their better players over the course of the season was one of their worst on Sunday, and that was Regulon. I thought he was terrible.
yeah, it wasn't great, was he? Had a bit of a mess.
But yeah, it was one-sided, wasn't it? I mean, it could have been 3 or 4.
Yeah, City weren't quite at the races.
Yeah, but I mean,
Locky,
the longer the game went on, the more I thought Spurs going to nick this.
Look, you could just move your laptop away. It's just interfering a little bit. Thanks, mate. I mean, would it have been different if Mourinho was in charge?
No, because I think they would have approached the game the same.
What do you think he would have done anything different to have maybe changed?
It was the same tactics, wasn't it?
It was the same tactics. The only thing maybe would he have started Bale?
What is not is Ndombele? Was he not fit? He's pretty much been one of their better players this season, by the obvious. But
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, he was out of favour with Jose to start with, wasn't he, and Ndombele, and then he managed to work his way back. I thought, like you said, I think he's been pretty steady this season. And then to be just dropped. Was he even on the bench, or was he not even on the bench?
he was on the bench here. Spurs were whinging that Sissoko come on as well.
But he didn't come on. He didn't come on, did he?
No, sat on the bench.
No.
They were sort of criticising Mora coming off because he was one of the brightest sparks.
Yeah.
So,
I
I don't know.
thought Kyle Walker had Son in his pocket.
Yeah, you like that phrase.
Yeah. I thought Son's quick, but Kyle Walker's quicker.
Yeah. But as I've been saying since we started talking about England not long ago, Kyle Walker's just the number one. He just can do everything. Yeah. He's become such an experienced Premier League and international footballer.
I know earlier on in the season, this Harry Kane coming deep started to work for Spurs because he was getting loads and loads of assists, but I think it just takes so much away from him coming so deep.
You can
I
do,
just don't understand it.
But you've got one of the best number 9s in the world trying to play a defensive midfield.
Yeah. It's like he's trying to do everybody else's job as well as his own.
Just because he thinks the spotlight should be on him.
Well,
and it should be, but for different reasons.
Well, I don't even think. I'm not even sure it's that. I just think I don't know really. I mean, I think their team would be more effective if he just stayed up the pitch. I know he wants to get involved in the game, but
well, I can tell you now, he won't be doing that next year.
Well,
no, because he won't be there.
Not a chance.
And I hope he doesn't try doing it for England at the Euros either.
Well, he did it in the 3 games we had in last month or whatever.
We've had it previously when we've absolutely annihilated Spain with Rashford and Sterling. I mean, it's proof that it can work, and it's not a bad idea against the bigger sides because it gives you that extra man in midfield. And if we're not going to control possession, which we know that Gareth Southgate doesn't like to do, I don't think in the group games, we're going to have a fair amount. but nothing. Like we're not going to have 70% possession. We might get like 60-40 on the odd game against like Czech and that. But I mean, it could favour us. I agree. It doesn't always work,
No.
and clearly that's been proven for Spurs over the last few weeks in the cup final. Just massive chance miss for them, but
Yeah.
who cares?
Wow. No, I
go on.
I mean, I know they would, because obviously we've had all the ESL thing. We kind of haven't covered Mourinho going.
No.
I thought it was a bit of a strange one, very strange timing. Like, I'm not surprised that they got rid of him because.
No, but you've got. Yeah.
I just think
he was never lasting beyond the end of this season. I don't think.
No.
No, but
because with him, they weren't getting Champions League, and that's what they want.
Yeah, but I also think that it would have been difficult for them to sack him if he had won on Sunday.
You've got a guy who has historically won trophies against big sides in big matches, and you're sacking him for a guy who's going to have managed 2 games, and he's not even a manager.
There's a lot more behind it, I reckon, behind the scenes.
What I will say is, I thought it was a bit out of order. It's no secret I don't particularly like Spurs, but I thought it was a bit out of order them putting up the comparisons of managerial records on Sunday.
What is that about?
I mean, there's no need, is there?
It's not as if it's not obvious what Pep Guardiola has won. It's not as if he's just, I don't know, say it was even Brendan Rodgers, where you could at least give a bit of a comparison. Like, we know Pep Guardiola's won a lot of football matches and a lot of trophies.
Yeah.
Was it 30 trophies?
Something like that.
I mean, if he just wins the Champions League, it's just the greatest ever, isn't he? Surely.
I mean, what has he not won in his career?
He's great, and he's always had great squads around him.
Yeah.
At Barcelona and City. But you can't just be like, oh yeah, Ryan Mason, he has won a game, no? So it's like, it's harsh, isn't it?
I just thought it was a bit out of order, to be honest.
Yeah. This made no sense. They're just trying to take up some time, probably. What pointless fact can we put on the screen?
Yeah.
You can imagine why Spurs fans are pretty disappointed in the whole situation. The ESL leaving, potentially they're connected with it coming up to, again, they don't get in many finals and they haven't won a trophy, as we know, for a long time. So it's very questionable from the board. But it is what it is, right? They've got nowhere near it and to be expected, I suppose.
4,810 days, just to let you know.
Almost as many fans.
It was good to have fans back, though.
Yeah, Pep said
Wasn't it like 4,000 in HS, then 2,000 for each team, I think? 8,000 in total.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to see. It gives us a bit of hope for future games as well, doesn't it?
I was surprised that they put all the crowd in one section. I thought they'd split them up a little bit more.
Yeah, you'd think so with
probably to try and make it look like. Yeah, I don't know.
I get that they wanted the atmosphere, but I would have thought from a health and safety point of view.
If there's 2 meters between people, though, it should be fine.
Well, yeah, I suppose. And plus, they've been tested before they go in anyway, haven't they? So.
Yeah.
Okay, how did Leeds do?
Well, we got a decent point. It was the most boring game I've watched Leeds play in all season. But if you said to me we were going to get a draw against United, I would have snapped your hand off for it. So I'm not disappointed at all.
You told us last week Leeds always score.
We do usually score a lot.
You tend to concede.
It was annoying, to be fair, because like the first half we didn't really create anything, and then we had a couple of chances, and then he took Harrison off. And then Wan-Bissaka just launches Costa over, injures him. So we've only got Poveda as a winger left on the pitch. And it's like, we're going to have to, if we're going to nick it, we're going to have to do a smash and grab like against City. But United were set up well defensively. We couldn't really get past them. But we defended well. Meslier looked decent. That bloke's got a decent career ahead of him, I think. I know he's had his moments this season, like I have said a few times, but he's the youngest goalkeeper to keep 10 clean sheets in Premier League history at the age of 21.
Should you have had a penalty?
How do you want me to answer this? With my blinkers on or off?
Well, they're usually on, so you might as well stay consistent.
I was shouting for it. But no, Not, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, it hits his arm, but if it's a little bit more out, then I'd say yes. But it's not a clear and obvious error, I don't think.
I didn't think it was a penalty, but I've seen him give him.
How many people wanted it to be given? Everyone in the country. Even the United fans, probably.
Well, yeah.
Get the Glazers out, mate. See you later. They weren't great, though, were they? Fernandez was had an off day.
No, well, yeah.
He's had a lot of off days.
Yes.
Phillips played well, so.
Yeah, Phillips marked him well, to be fair.
That guy, mate, he's getting his England credentials up there.
He's not world class, though.
No. He's not world class. But England don't have any world class midfielders.
No.
Foden.
Defensive midfielders or central midfielders. He's an attacking midfielder.
Declan Rice, they're not world class, but I think Declan Rice has gone to another level.
They're good, yeah.
Yeah, he is good. And Phillips he's not that level, but he's got potential to get to that level, and he's playing solid at the moment. But we haven't lost for 6 games now, so we've had City, Liverpool, and United in that time, and we've gone above Arsenal in the league. How did they get on?
That's not difficult, is it?
Oh.
This is not a lie. I was asleep.
Yeah, we know, because you can't handle your beer.
No.
Doesn't mean you ignore what happened when it comes.
Well, as usual, Arsenal managed to beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean, earlier this season we managed to lose to Burnley without them having a shot on target, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
Leno decided he was going to be generous by spilling the ball in his net from across.
I can't work it out. I've watched it so many times. I can't.
Not on target or anywhere near target. How can you divert that into your own goal?
Yeah. Complacency, laziness.
I don't think anyone really played well, to be honest. No one.
Oh, it's boring.
Everton had the better chances, I think, in the game.
Yeah.
I think they deserve to win. I know you had a penalty overturned for marginal offside.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
They just do it all the time now, don't they? Just
that was as close as Josh Madgers was the previous week, which was given onside.
There's been a lot of decisions that have been very close to the mark that have not gone our way. It's quite frustrating.
VAR
and that's not to be like, oh, VAR has fucked us over. It's literally just the point that, because there's so much subjectiveness, and how is that compared to that any different, or how is this toenail compared to that toenail? But
anyway, I think it's built up, and I think Arteta's interview after kind of summed up how frustrating he's getting with it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, and this is not just about Arsenal, this is about all 20 clubs in the Premiership. Them types of decisions can affect futures of football clubs. I mean, obviously, I know this season the bottom 3 are pretty far adrift, but you could get to a situation where you're on the last day of the season and 2 teams are needing a win, and a VAR decision goes against you, and you go down.
It happened last season, didn't it?
Oh yeah, the ghost goal, but that was more a technology issue rather than a decision issue, wasn't it?
We've had more going on off the pitch, really. Obviously, like everyone else, really. With the Spotify guy getting involved, but I can't see that really taking off too much.
No, I can't see it happening.
Although I'd love it to have if the legends get on board. You can imagine the atmosphere, seeing them boys sitting there.
The fans will be right behind it, won't they?
And you could see if Arteta is still there, you can see that going forward. But there's too much leg room to be done.
I think so.
I mean,
I was proud of the fans on Friday evening before the game.
Doing it again on Sunday, aren't they?
Yeah. No, they're going to. No, they're not. They're going to do it on the Villarreal game because we're away on Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense.
So.
I saw that fan fell off the stadium bit.
He fell off the box office roof. Yeah. Went to hospital.
Yeah.
Took one for the team.
But I think, an outsider perspective on Arsenal, I think you really need to win the Europa League.
It's been clear to see.
Next season.
It's been clear to see.
Obviously not financial, but who's going to want to play? What big signings are going to want to come and play and not be in Europe? Some will.
I think you would. I think the appeal of the club would still.
Yeah, but there's other clubs that might go in for these players that are already in Europe. So
Arsenal are renowned for paying over the odds. So
Yeah, they're going to have to. Right?
And then end up sending their player on loan and paying 90% of their wage.
Yeah.
But
I suppose they've saved a shitload from his bonuses and whatnot. So,
but yeah,
what's that work out? 300 grand a week we're still paying him, roughly.
much. Yeah.
No, is it?
Saved about 10.
We're still paying 90% of his wages.
Brilliant.
The last one.
Well, Fenerbahce can't afford anything like that. So
of course they can't. No.
obviously there's going to be some sort of clause in it.
We were already saving money, so now we're just saving a little bit more.
That kind of sums up how well run Arsenal Football Club is when you've got to make decisions like that.
But his contract does run out this summer, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think we'll raise quite a bit of funds from players going in the summer as well. I think.
David Luiz, Kolasinac, Mustafi.
Well, Kolasinac has
Mustafi's
still got a year left.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Mustafi.
Mustafi's gone. We released him in January.
Oh, we released him. Same as Socrates. We released him, didn't we?
He's gone as well, yeah.
We haven't actually spent that much, but we have spent money on parties. So.
What about Saliba? Is he going to want to go?
Well, from what I've read,
says that he's happy at Nice.
Well, from what I've read, that we're going to evaluate him in pre-season and make a decision on him, but we'll see.
He's doing well though.
We wouldn't sell him, and if we did sell him, we'd get big money for him. I think.
But talking about one of your loanies, Willock.
Yeah, another winner.
What is he up to,
sorry.
Yeah,
that was justice, though, to be fair, because
how
that goal got disallowed is ridiculous.
That rule needs to be looked at now.
Well, apparently, they're changing the law next season. That goal will still be disallowed. How ridiculous is that?
I understand you can't use your arm to score a goal, so if you do gain an advantage because it hits your arm, then that's their argument, isn't it? But it's not his fault. Someone's booted the ball at his arm from 2 meters away from him, and he can't get out of the way from it.
It was just a rebound off the goalkeeper, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It come off the goalkeeper from so close to him.
Yeah,
that's not his fault. That's the keeper's fault for not pushing it away.
It's just no.
You're not allowed arms, are you?
No,
there's just no footballing common sense at all. Like you would think with experience of these referees that they think that they know football as well as we do. Let's not beat around the bush. They know what they're doing, but for some reason they're not acting on instinct. They're just they're doing the stuff that isn't what you'd think a referee would do if they would think logically about what they're doing. But I mean, we all know it's not. So
yeah, I think the issue is they're taking the law too literal.
Yeah,
and where they haven't got no experience whatsoever of actually playing in a game.
But then they've got to refereed enough games like before this season or last season, surely to know that there's unless they're being told. So we don't know. This is just I mean, Liverpool not great. Nothing's really clicking for them. Obviously, we said all season that they've been unlucky, but I just don't think the front three. I mean, Mane's been well off the ball. Salah's not really been as clinical. He had another chance and he chipped it just to the keeper. So
Firmino don't score goals.
He never does he? But I know it's been a very bit part season for them, but nothing's clicking. And I don't think the front three are as clinical as they ever have been.
No,
I think
Firmino doesn't really need to score goals, does he?
No, of course he doesn't.
So many between them, it didn't matter.
But then he does now. Now they're not.
Yeah, exactly, and he still doesn't. So
even with Jota, I still think. I think they're still at 15 behind how many they'd scored this year in all competitions, and that was with Jota. Yeah, so. I mean, again, just moving on to the next sort of matches. Again, there's the sort of the footballing common sense of the Balbuena challenge on Chilwell. There's, okay, it's potentially dangerous, but
what's he supposed to do?
Well, yeah, he's cleared the ball. That's it.
Cooper's was worse than that.
Oh yeah.
But Cooper was similar in the sense of they both cleared the ball and then gone through the man, but he had a lot more time, Balbuena.
But the difference was Cooper was making a tackle, whereas Balbuena had the ball and was just clearing it.
Yeah, but was he going for the challenge? I think he was just clearing the ball away But
It was just hooking the ball away, yeah.
It wasn't a tackle, it was a clearance. And sort of
Yeah.
Chilwell's gone to block it, and his force has taken him into Balbuena. It's not the other way around. If your force has gone into the other player, then it's deemed as a challenge or deemed as you've made contact with someone else, whereas that's not been the case. Like, I don't know. If Chilwell's willingly putting himself in front of a clearance, then you take the chance.
He doesn't need to go into it. He takes that risk.
But I mean, I didn't really see it, but I think do Chelsea pretty comfortable. Does anyone know?
I watched a little bit of it. I watched the first half. They did have the better chances from what I saw, and Werner will be happy to get back on the score sheet because he hasn't scored for ages. I didn't watch the second half, so I'm not sure, but I assume it probably was a comfortable defensive performance like usual, apart from the West Brom fiasco.
Just grinding out 3 points, really.
Just going back
That's
to
big for them. That's big for them, though, with Liverpool dropping points.
Yeah, Liverpool sat sixth. That's
So,
where they'll probably finish.
just going back to that challenge quickly. They always have to show the still of it, don't they, to justify the decision that they make?
I was just about to say they've got to stop with this looking at replays in slow motion because it just makes it 10 times worse.
You've seen it in real time. Make your decision on what you've seen in real time. Don't slow it down.
Same as diving. Like you know pretty much whether or not. Okay, there's the nitty gritty of if you've got a player passing in front of you or you're not in the proper right angle to see it. But in slow motion, if I'm going, it's same with diving. But
So slowing the foot down, see where it hits you and that.
Yeah, it's just not necessary.
In real time and make your mind up.
Yeah, he got called over by the VAR and in the ear by the VAR, didn't he? He didn't make that. He didn't make a decision there and then. He just let it carry on. So
I think that ref's useless anyway, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
But I think that's the issue, isn't it? It's not VAR. I know people moan about VAR and slag it off, but it's the people using it.
I guess that's what you want it there for, to flag up these sort of challenges and that. But that's not a red card, is it? But
that wasn't a challenge. That was a clearance.
No, but when you see the steal, it looks like dirt. It looks hot.
That will do, won't it?
Yeah. But I was watching it. I was just like, what's happening? Oh, why are you sending this bloke off for this? He's cleared the ball.
Yeah.
Was you happy for Chris Wood, Locky?
Well, done all right, didn't he, this weekend?
Burnley have started scoring goals. They scored 2 not too long ago.
Is this the start of the Wolves' demise?
I was going to say, how bad are Wolves?
Because Nuno's got to go, surely, this season. I know they lost Jimenez, but they've been shocking. They've been really bad. And like to let in 4 goals against Burnley, has any of you seen that meme? Like Burnley holding the ball in the corner flag when they're 4-0
Yeah.
It's quality.
I like that.
I know Wolves are missing Jimenez, but they keep switching from 3 at the back to 4 at the back, don't they? They keep switching around. Semedo, he was an all right player at Barca, but he's not really worked out too well for them. I mean, I think they've missed Johnny quite a bit because he was out for a long time to start with.
Crucial, wasn't it?
Yeah. I always thought it was always going to be Neves and Moutinho, but I rarely see them play together nowadays.
I don't know whether Moutinho's legs have gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Whether Nuno will end up at Spurs. But
that's potential.
Yeah. I mean, they said about Scott Parker, but why would you go Scott Parker if you can't even get Fulham out of relegation? You know what I mean?
I think he's got a future though, Parker.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's a good man.
But it's the same as what you'd always say. There's no rush. Like the guy's only got mid to late 30s, maybe 40. I don't know. Probably 40, nearly 40. But there's no rush. Like you could have a 25-year career. Like just get your experience under Fulham, get them back up next year, or keep them up this year, and build yourself a name, and then someone in the Premier League will no doubt sack someone next year, and then sort of move on. But you can't go to Spurs; you'll get sacked within 6 months because
it's one of those though. You've got to take it when it comes along.
Yeah, but then what's that done for Lampard?
Well, Where's he going to go?
Exactly. So yeah,
He's not even in the picture for Spurs, is he?
No,
He wouldn't go to Spurs, surely.
no, he was never going to be. No, I'm just saying, in terms of poor or maybe wrong choices, and Brett saying you can't turn it down, I get why Frank didn't, and I think we'd all argue that it was very harsh. But then look at how Chelsea are now. So in the Champions League semi-final, would they be there if Frank was there? I don't know.
But they weren't as defensively solid when Frank was there, so
No.
you can argue they probably wouldn't have kept as many clean sheets. Because they're usually good for a goal or two, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's the amount of clean sheets they've kept recently. It's just decent.
Made a difference, hasn't it?
Yep.
And super duper David McGoldrick still scoring goals.
Oh, left it a bit late, didn't he? Bless him. They're confirmed relegated now, aren't they?
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
I think
good.
he's got more goals than Martial, Mane, De Bruyne.
Has he?
Yeah, he's got quite a good list of Premier League goals this year.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
That's didn't he?
I don't think he'll be on the team's radar this summer. I think he'll be playing in Championship.
Oh, definitely. There won't be many.
Level as well, I think.
Yeah, Brighton may be unlucky, but Mopay missed an absolute sitter.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
They just do a classic Brighton, though, didn't they? Just like lose a game like that.
Dominate, make chances, don't score, and then don't get the result. Yeah, Mopay missed from about 6 yards out. Ball come across the box and he's just flashed it over. But yeah, Brighton did all right. I don't know where.
I can't decide if that Mopay's any good or not.
He has his moments.
Yeah.
But is he the man?
But not enough of them.
That's where Brighton go from here is based on like as I said before, Trossard needs to play. I haven't really caught up with Brighton too much, but Trossard is their main creative guy. He needs to be playing all the time, makes them click quite well. Can't see him keeping hold of Basuma. Can't see him keeping hold of Basuma, but let's be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, but teams are going to have to pay loads to get him, so they're financially sound, aren't they, Brighton? So they can sell him for 40, 50 million, and then it's how they invest it.
Yeah, but
a striker.
Oh, they desperately need a striker.
And then they don't. It's hard for them, isn't it, to get sort of they're not going to go and spunk 40 million on a striker. They'll go and spend like maybe 20, but that's probably on like a foreign player who's going to be a bit of a risk. That's what those type of teams do, isn't it? They hope for the best. I mean, Wolves sort of got it right with Jimenez a little bit. A few other probably examples out there that have worked, but doesn't always work.
The thing is, they're all Portuguese, so they have chemistry.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sheffield United and spend 30 million on a player like Brewster, who's not proven in the league and does absolutely nothing. Like, he might go and have a great season in the Championship next season.
Yeah, he might send him back up.
Yeah, and he might have a decent career in the Premier League eventually, but he's not ready. Like, they should have invested that money a lot better. Yeah. And Brighton will be looking to invest their money more effectively than that, no doubt.
What does the relegation look like now? Because obviously West Brom picked up a point, but
they're about 9 points behind. I think it's 7 points between Fulham and Brighton now.
I think the gap's quite big now.
No, it's pretty much done and dusted.
The only thing is, if West Brom had held on to that victory yesterday, they still would have had a lot of momentum. But now I think it's too much. 5 games to go. Like, you're relying on Brighton not picking up any points.
Yeah. Brighton got 12 better goal difference as well. So
yeah, I think it's over. It's just credit to Newcastle, because we were saying they had no chance, and all of a sudden they've been playing decent.
Yeah, we did. Villa have been pretty bad. Not really picked up many good results, have they, to be honest, since international break.
Missing Grealish.
Yeah.
So inconsistent, aren't they?
Yeah. I think at this rate, Foden's going to take Grealish's spot. I can't see any other way, to be honest. And I won't be complaining.
No.
The guy.
You can't take someone really. Like, the only person who's injured at the moment that I think, if he's fit, should go.
Listen.
Who is Henderson, who's missed a few months out.
Yeah, but that's because
Henderson is that good.
Yeah,
But Henderson's
right.
one of these players that it won't take him long to get back into the swing of it. Whereas
No.
Jack seems to be picking up little niggles here and there on his way back, which isn't a good sign.
He's vice captain as well. He's got a lot of international experience. Let's be honest. So,
And I mean, having even
He's a
if
big
he
leaguer.
misses the first couple of games or whatever, just having him there around the squad, I think, is very important.
yeah, as we spoke about, obviously Dublin and Bilbao have sort of forfeited their position to host. Obviously, Wembley now has the Dublin game for the last 16, which if England win their group, they go into. So England only have one game away from Wembley, which will be the quarters. But that could pretty much be anywhere, depending on other results in the groups. So, yeah, to have Henderson around just in the background with all those other youngsters, and I mean, I did go England.
If England are in that last 16 game, it's more than likely to be against France, Germany, or Portugal. So,
yeah, that'd be a mad game.
I can't see it being Germany.
No,
I can't. No, but I wouldn't rule them out.
I don't know how Germany are favourites to win that group because they lost to North Macedonia the other week and they've not been great at all. France are always decent. I know they've had a couple of draws, whatever, but you know they're going to turn up. And Portugal have got a decent squad there as well. So
I don't really want to face international Ronaldo because he turns up in tournaments all the time.
And he's going to get someone sent off and do that wink again, isn't he?
Yeah, there is that.
I want to see that. None of that, please.
You sort of hope that Germany would steal France's place and Portugal end up top and then we get Germany.
Will we want Germany though with our record against Germany?
Yeah.
I don't want France.
No, I don't want
France. So yeah, that's the best we can hope for.
I was going to say none of them are great, are they? Let's be honest.
No, neither. Or who's the other team in that group? It's
Hungary.
Sorry, Christian.
Yeah.
They're not awful, Hungary, are they? They might be able to get a draw from somewhere.
They've got that Savanovic who went from the Red Bull guys. What's his name? He went to Leipzig from. I can't remember. I'm sure he's Hungarian.
Yeah, they got a few decent players there.
Yeah. Well, I think it was 2 p.m. today, the deadline. So that, and then the tickets go into ballot, but we don't actually end up finding out till May.
No, it'll be mid-May, won't it?
Yeah.
We just got to hope enough people have pulled out. That gives us a much higher percentage chance of getting the ticket.
Yeah.
Because I really want to go. I mean, if we lose 1 out of 2 matches, it won't be as bad, will it? But
no, it's going to be pretty sickening though, because we've managed to get it pre-COVID and before we even knew any of this was coming along. And I just hope they're going to do the right thing. I mean, I can fully see people not giving in their tickets, even though they can't travel, and still trying to take advantage. And I just hope UEFA don't just make a cock up of it and they give all the tickets to people in the UK, because that's the logical and sensible thing to do, and don't even give it to the Irish. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't think they're vaccinating very well from what I read earlier. That was part of the reason why they can't host, but don't even give it to the Irish. Like, just give it to the English. That would just make me happy. If I don't end up going, but like everyone in the ground is English, then so be it.
Yeah, agree with that. Have we missed any Premier League games? Or have we gone through them all?
No, Leicester Palace is now, isn't it? So that's going on at the moment.
There wasn't actually that many. There was only like 7 games, wasn't there, between Friday?
Yeah.
Today.
We can just move on to sort of Europe and stuff, because obviously that's tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. Is it Tuesday? Who's on Tuesday? Who's on Tuesday? PSG, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's PSG City.
Obviously, Mbappe's a doubt, isn't he? Which is pretty big for them.
That is huge.
Wednesday night. So Madrid and Chelsea's on Tuesday.
But we have 50% chance of guessing it right, didn't we?
And we've still got it wrong. So Zidane has not beaten any of the 3 coaches left in the Champions League. Interesting.
Yeah, but I think he might this time.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends how their home leg goes because they destroyed Liverpool in the home leg.
Hmm.
So if it's the same sort of goes the same way, then you can see them getting through.
You wouldn't
because they have
expect
enough advantage.
it to be honest.
Is it at Chelsea tomorrow or Madrid?
Have a look. Not sure. So PSG are at home first leg, which is pretty good for City. They're probably not going to whinge about that, are they?
No, because they'll be confident of getting a result in both legs. So if they get a draw or a win in the first leg, then they're going to be very comfortable in taking it back to the Etihad.
Okay, so right, yeah, Madrid are home first leg.
Yeah, so that's a big thing for them. They need to build up an advantage, and they've got the players to do it.
Yeah, they need to not concede and just to score.
Yeah,
really. So if they just nick a 1-0, they'll be happy.
but there is a big chance of it being an all English final as well. This should be just a
Yeah.
repeat of your dream with Liverpool and Tottenham.
Madrid and nothing, not been that great this season, to be honest with me. So
No, but they're getting there now.
yeah.
I know they only drew at the weekend, but they've caught right up, and Atletico are doing anything and everything to have the title away. They lost again last night, so
Yeah, La Liga's well open.
yeah, 3 teams all up for it, and it's like League One as well.
No, it went mental, didn't it?
Yeah, like there's still 4 teams within like probably 5 points of each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, little show character. 2-0 down and come back.
I just hope, because I don't think Lyon will win it now because that was a massive loss last night. And I know Monaco have got Lyon this weekend. Well, I really hope Monaco win and actually put the pressure on as well, so it's not just a 2-horse race.
Yeah. I mean, Arsenal on Thursday, so let's see what happens. Lacazette's going to be out. Aubameyang's sort of waiting to see whether he's fit or not. I think he will be. But I mean, for a fucking Europa League semi-final with Eddie and Ketia up front, then.
You're selling him in the summer, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, the guy does a job, but he's not good enough for the Premier League yet, or that kind of game. I don't think.
No, Balogun's just signed a new contract, which I'm going to be honest, I'm quite surprised Balogun signed a new contract because I think he had about 15 teams on his books. We must have offered Balogun some proper promises to keep him at the club, and I mean that's just saying. But I mean, we're going to turn up on Thursday with Eddie and Ketia up front for a Europa League semi-final that literally is probably one of the most important for a few years.
Well, I'm hoping Aubameyang's feeling better.
I think he will be. I think he was back in training on the weekend when he was back on the ground, the training facilities. So
I can't understand why Nketiah started Friday.
there's no real need, was there?
I mean, Balogun wasn't even in the squad.
No.
Balogun a striker.
Yeah.
He's a better all-round striker. We know Eddie can score goals in the box, but he doesn't really do a lot else.
No.
Which is fine.
He's a younger version of Lacazette.
Balogun, yeah, he's a bit agile as well. He's got a bit more pace about him.
And how old is he?
19.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much ready to make that step up because I remember everyone saying how much potential he had, and then I've not seen anything of him really.
Yeah, he played.
But that's because we've had this contract dispute with him all season, and then I think he was very close to leaving at one point.
Yeah. That's just Locky. He had about 15 teams on the books. So.
Yeah.
They always said how much they wanted to keep him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Keep it a secret. They were desperate to keep him.
I mean, if Lacazette goes, which just still is a possibility, because I think we'll want to recoup that money, even though obviously he scored his probably best Premier League goal return for a while, and he has been better than Aubameyang this year, and he's worked well with youngsters, i.e. Erdegaard and Smith Rowe, Saka, blah blah blah, even Pepe at times. But I still think we might cash in with the fact that we're gonna potentially buy a left winger, or we have got Martinelli obviously, so we've got a lot of rotation in Smith Rowe, Pepe, Saka, Willian.
Yeah.
In that front three position, if we're going to keep Balogun, Aubameyang, and even if we don't end up selling Ketelev, then he's just third choice for situations like which might arise on Thursday. But I think he'll be fit.
I think he'll go.
Yeah.
And Ketelev and Laka.
Yeah. But we're going to have to. Well, I suppose Martinelli could play up front, but again, they're going to have to buy probably a left winger. But do you think United will get through?
Yeah.
I think they'll find a way somehow.
Well, very much under the radar in the Premier League, haven't they? I know that you said they weren't particularly great. Fernandes hasn't been great, but
they're playing against Super Leeds, mate. So you don't expect them to run riot like they did last time, because we've sharpened up defensively now. But they'll create chances against a weaker Roma side.
Only 6 games to go, but you sharpen up defensively.
No, 5 games to go now.
5, probably 6.
I'll
Yeah,
finish above you, mate. So I'll be laughing.
you can laugh what you want, mate. I wouldn't expect anything less from you and from Arsenal, so don't worry.
You should finish above us.
Yeah, you've been better than us this season, so.
Yeah, but don't start that argument that we should finish above you.
We
You're
should be-
Arsenal, Europa League.
Yeah, but based on performances.
Yeah, but based on squad and everything else, we're nowhere near you.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing that based on this season's performances, you should be. But based on the squads and the money, no, you shouldn't be.
A lot of games we played have been with pretty much just a championship winning squad we had with plus 1 or 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be probably 15, 20 points behind you at least.
That's just credit to Leeds and shit luck for us, mate. Shit luck. Just your own doing. So, yeah. Did you want to... Now Brett's back. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Locky did not want to start his Leeds legend, so he's been itching to start. So
yeah, I said you've got to be here to listen to this one. So this one actually, it's a little bit controversial because he definitely had a much better career elsewhere, but it had to be him this week. So this week we're talking about Rio, Mr. Ferdinand. So we signed Rio in the 2000 season for 18 million, which at the time was a transfer record for a defender and a British transfer record as well.
Big money back.
Yeah, when we were just blowing money like for no reason. Well, for potential to ruin our club, yeah. But anyway, so first season, he was integral to us getting to the Champions League semi-final, as I seem to say pretty much every week. Second season, he actually became captain, so that shows what impact he had in the dressing room in his second season to make him captain. And we ended up finishing 5th, so we got Europe. Unfortunately, that's when all the noise come that we were in financial trouble and that we have to sell. So Rio kicked off, and he always said he supported United and he wanted to play for United, and they come in with another record offer, so we sold him. But those 2 seasons, the impact he had was massive. So we know he went on to win 6 Premier Leagues, Champions League, and he's in his own right, he's a Premier League legend, not just a Leeds legend. He had a great career. But he also had a pretty decent international career as well. However, he did make 81 appearances, but did you know he never played in the Euros?
What?
Because in 2004, he missed a drugs test. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he got a massive ban, didn't he?
He got a real long ban, and then we obviously didn't qualify for Euro 2008. So although he was still playing, he retired in 2013. He sort of petered out before 2012 Euros. But he did play in some World Cups. I remember he scored a goal against Denmark. Do you all remember that? Decent header. And here's an interesting fact for you. He was picked to captain England in 2010 World Cup, where he was supposed to lead the troops, and according to Brett, his cousin Les, to glory in the 2010 World Cup. But however, he picked up an injury before the competition, so he didn't get to go. But I think
Les or Rio?
Oh, Les retired 4 years earlier, mate.
Oh.
He was just under an illusion. that he was going to be playing with his cousin. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it for Rio. I mean, if we hadn't been in that financial trouble, would he have stayed? He would have been a massive success for us. But I think deep down he did want to play for United. So it's a little bit of a sore subject. But obviously, because of the whole Les Ferdinand thing last week, I had to bring it up.
Yeah, thank you for
Very
just.
apt.
And
Very
it ties in
appropriate.
well with the Hall of Fame that's just been announced as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say also he's an absolute legend on the punditry as well, isn't he? When he said about the ESL declaring a war on football, I love that little segment.
Yeah, he's good all round, apart from when he's all the gun socials at the wheel. He'll never
He
be
wasn't
able
really at the wheel yesterday, was he?
No, they'll never be able to live that down until United are back beating everybody. But I mean, hopefully it's not before my time.
We've had enough of that in our teenage years. Don't need any more of that.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't know what you guys made of the Hall of Fame. I thought it was just a bit weird, like just all of a sudden, just a rather. Oh, okay.
Well, the right two won it, but I don't really understand where it's come from.
No, Are we gonna continue to add people?
Yeah, because
or-
they put out the
is
next
that-
names, didn't they, for the public
Oh,
to vote
okay.
on.
Oh,
Is
By
it
the
going to
way,
be like
Les
WrestleMania?
By the way, Les Ferdinand is in there, by the way. You can vote for him, so I'm going to go and vote for him.
If Rooney's not the
He
next
needs
one,
to get his career
I'll-
facts right first.
Yeah, Rooney's in there as well.
I'm so excited for what stupid answers you come out with tonight while I'm being all defensive and careful.
You're giving an answer every time this time.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Rio. I always think with Rio for Leeds, what he could have been. Because obviously the club rated him highly and wanted him to stay, but they couldn't turn down 30 million. And then see what he'd done in his career is just amazing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was world class, wasn't
Yeah, and he actually went. Did you know he went to 1998 World Cup but didn't actually play? That's how long he was around for.
he? Yeah.
when did
Crazy.
he move to United?
He went to United in 2002.
Not until 4 years later.
But he won 6 Premier Leagues and a Champions League, FA Cups and League Cups as well, I think.
Yeah, over then. Yeah.
Not sure about League Cups, but I know he won FA Cups.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that United side was pretty good. It was sort of the best era, wasn't it, around that time?
Yeah, when we had strength everywhere and thought we were going to win something and bottled it again.
Well, they couldn't get along with each other.
No, it was all about the clubs, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But come on, we've got hope for like maybe not the Euros, but soon, because
We've got
Liverpool
hope.
finally stopped bottling everything. Leeds stopped bottling everything. So maybe England will stop bottling everything.
Don't hold your breath, will you?
No,
Yeah.
just a dream.
Yeah.
Come on in, Brett. Do the damage, mate.
Right. So, thank you for everyone that entered again this week. I'm not going to lie, it's not been impressive again this week. The standard of predictions this last couple of weeks have been shoddy, to say the very least. So, at the bottom this week, with 1 point, it's Miles. Down there on his own.
I'm not surprised by that.
Next, we've got a group of 4. We've got myself,
Yeah, me.
Locky, Denzel and Jordan, all on 2 points.
Oh no.
I wouldn't celebrate too much, Liam, because yours is hardly impressive. Next, we've got Liam and Tyler on 3.
Oh, I'm still in front.
And would you Adam and Eve it? So this week, we've got joint winners again on a grand 4 points.
You got to make the games easier, man.
So Johnny and our first time entrant, Christian. So well done, Christian.
Yes, you know what? He's one of our biggest. Them two are our biggest fans, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the grand score of 4 to win it this week.
Well done, gentlemen.
So overall, in the lead is Locky, still on 52. Liam has closed the gap. He's on 51 now.
Yeah, not worried about him.
And I'm still easing back on 45. I'm gonna make a run for it. I'm gonna be like a long distance runner, sprint at the end.
Yeah, you haven't got long left, mate. That's the problem.
No, I know. I better not forget to sprint.
Someone's got to come third.
Right, so I've got some games again this week for you to all get involved in. So it's Crystal Palace versus Man City, Brighton and Hove Albion against Locky's Leeds, Chelsea against Fulham in the London Derby, Everton versus Aston Villa, Newcastle against the Arsenal, Man United at home to Liverpool, and the top of the table clash in France between Monaco and Lyon. I'll go first, then you, Locky, then Liam. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 City win. I'm going to go for Leeds to win 2-1. I'm going to go for Chelsea to win 2-0. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Everton and Villa. I'm also going to go for a 1-1 draw between Newcastle and Arsenal. I think Man United will win 2-0. And I'm going to go for a Monaco 1-0 win.
Right, okay. I have gone Crystal Palace 0, City 3, Brighton 1, Leeds 3, Chelsea 3, Fulham 0. I've gone for Everton to win 2-1 against Villa. I've gone Newcastle 1, Arsenal 1. I've gone Man United. I actually think Liverpool might win this game, so I've gone 1-0 Liverpool.
Ooh.
And for the final game, I've gone Monaco 2, Lyon 1, in hope that Monaco can keep their title credentials up as well.
Thank you, Locky.
I've gone for Palace 1, Man City 2, 1-1 Brighton and Leeds, Chelsea 2, Fulham 0, Everton 2, Villa 1. Gone for Arsenal to win again, so I'm just going to see how it goes. 2-0. I think United will do Liverpool 2-1. Monaco 1, Lyon 2.
The only reason why I went for Liverpool to win is United are going to be focusing on Europa League as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to have such a strong team out. Liverpool might be able just to get the better of them, but Liverpool haven't been great, have they? Let's be honest. So I'm probably completely wrong, but we'll see.
Just to let you boys know, a latest score: Crystal Palace are beating Leicester 1-0.
Oh my God, Crystal Palace have scored. Miles will be having a right party.
Will Zaha.
Oh, nice. He hasn't been on the score sheet for a while, has he?
No.
Wasn't going to be anywhere else, was it?
No, you're right, yeah.
Might be Patrick Van Arnold.
Okay, so to finish off the podcast,
Oh, here we
the special segment is back.
I've got a headache.
So, time for the Premier League legend trivia.
Can we make sure we get an answer out of Locky this week, please?
Yes, please. Yeah. No.
I'm not answering if I don't know.
No. There's
No way.
There's no sitting on the fence. Gonna give it the big one about Leeds being on Arsenal, being above Arsenal. You've got to give it the big and all podcast. So same as before. We'll start off with a series of clues and teasers. First person to answer the Premier League legend will get their first point. They'll start tougher, get easier. One guess from each player per clue. After this, we'll do a small quiz on the player. 1 point per answer. We'll do the same as we did last week for now. You both get a chance to answer, considering we didn't get many last week. So see how we go. It'll be a tiebreaker question. If we're at the end, by the end, then yeah, we'll do that. We might just throw in for banner anyway. The Premier League striker, who was born 8th of July 1980, made a name for himself on his debut for Wolves, scoring twice against Norwich in 1997. Premier League striker, born 1980, but most of all, debut for Wolves, scored twice in the 1997 season against Norwich.
I've got a guess, but I don't think it's right.
Far away?
Robbie Keane.
Brett?
Steve Bull.
Well, one of you's got it right.
Really? It's that little twat, isn't it?
Get in there! Super! Robbie Keane! Super! Robbie Keane! Get in there! I wasn't even going to have a guess, and it just popped into my head.
See? Always worth having a guess. Always worth
Look,
having a guess.
Steve Bull!
Yeah.
Oh, let's get our research on Stevie Bull, please.
Oh, yeah, then we had he made
I got that right, first guess. You were
he
trying to
played-
trick me because he played for Leeds and you were going to try and make me look silly.
No. So he played the 2002 World Cup, missed in 2006 because he didn't qualify, played in 2010. In 2010, he was part of the controversial match against France.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thierry. After a short spell at Wolves, moved to Coventry for £6 million in the 1990-00 season. After a short and saddened spell in Serie A, he meant to return back to England, scoring only 4 goals for Leeds, so not many. But then made his most notable club at Spurs, where he scored 80 goals in 197 appearances. He has a very famous goal celebration and is Republic of Ireland's all-time goal scorer. So
And he played for Liverpool.
he did as well, yeah. So
I actually saw a programme on Sky about him the other week.
oh,
But I knew he played for Wolves and Coventry, I think it was, before. I wasn't sure what order. That's why I was a bit sceptical about my answer.
okay, so Locky gets the point there. So move on to the quiz. Brett's chance to redeem himself. How many goals has Robbie Keane scored for the Republic of Ireland?
He's a record goal scorer, isn't he?
Yeah, hang on. I did have the appearances, but I don't know where it's gone. 1 second. I'll just get the appearances up from Northern Ireland 1 second.
There's no way we're going to get this right spot on.
No, but he made 146 appearances.
I've got a feeling it's 60 odd. I'm going to go 67.
52.
68.
Oh! Oh, what? I knew it was in the 60s.
You hit both posts there, and then it bounced off the keeper and gone out.
Oh,
Okay, so still 1-0. So they're again open to both. Which MLS side did Robbie join in 2011?
LA Galaxy.
Actually.
Okay, so Brett gets 1, Locky gets 1, 2-1. Which Scottish side did Robbie have a short loan spell at? Which Scottish side did Robbie have a short spell loan at?
Oh, Celtic. Celtic.
Well, Celtic. Both get a point. 3-2. Okay, so how many English clubs total did Robbie play for? So obviously that doesn't include Celtic or MLS. So he established he played for Wolves, Coventry, Leeds, Spurs, and Poole. Not I should be helping you out here, but and there's a few red herrings.
Who else did he play for? 7?
8.
Here's 7.
Who needs a tie break when you got the Robbie Keane know-it-all?
So yeah, he went obviously from Spurs to Liverpool, where he only made 19 appearances with Liverpool, scoring 5. Then it went back to Spurs. Whilst he was at Spurs, he went on loan to Celtic, making 16 appearances, and actually West Ham in 2011. Then went on to LA Galaxy, where he played quite a few games, 125, scoring 83 goals, scored a load of goals for him. Whilst he was there, he went back to Villa on loan.
Right.
So yeah, there was 7 in total. Sorry, Brett, 4-2. So
I'm just making it more embarrassing from when I win 5-4.
There's only one more question.
no, there's not. There's 3 plus a tie break, so you got to get them all. He made 19 appearances for Liverpool, but how many goals did he score?
Oh, bloody hell.
7.
9.
5. So
I knew it was so low as well. Oh.
okay, a little bit funny. So obviously Robbie has scored 68 international goals, but has David Villa scored more or less? Robbie scored 68, but has David Villa scored more or less?
More.
I'm going to have to go less. Just to make it interesting.
He is less, 59. Locky takes
2-0 to me, you will never
Locky takes
win.
5-2, and also the 2-0 on the heads up. Okay, just 2 more. We'll do it for fun, as Brett's enjoying it so much.
I'm not good. I feel like I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because knowing Locky's probably revised all this for his Leeds legend next week.
Well, somebody scored 4 goals. I don't think he's getting a mention.
Okay, so Robbie scored 68.
Play for you.
He did play for us.
Must be Leeds.
Sorry, Liam, I interrupted you. I'm just.
No, you're good, mate. No, it's all right. You let your emotions out. I'm fine by that. So Robbie has scored 68, as I just said. But has Lionel Messi scored more or less?
Well, international goals.
Yeah.
I'm going less again.
He's the GOAT, so I'm going to go more.
More, 71.
Come
There you go.
on!
You can have a point.
Okay, so what we're going to do here,
I'm going to win 6-5.
You can't. There's one question left. I've
this
won.
is the tie break. Now, if Brett gets this, we're going to let him have it.
What? No, we're not. It's 5-3.
No,
Go by that, there's no time.
That's not how it works.
Go by that.
Lose by 4, lose gracefully.
how many club appearances has Robbie made in his career? Considering he played for 7 clubs, played in Serie A and 5 years in MLS. I'm not going one above or one under. Don't say anything just yet. So you played for, hang on, how many? So 7 English clubs, 9. Played for literally 11 clubs for over a 20-year period.
There's no way he's having the win if he wins this. I'm going to go.
If he pulls this out of the bag.
If he hits it, if he gets it correct,
Okay.
bang on, he can win.
Okay.
So he's got like 1 in 700 chance of winning, basically.
Okay.
I'm going to go. I reckon he's played loads.
He's played a lot.
I reckon he's played 607 games. I reckon he's played over 600 games.
713.
Well, not quite as many, Brett. It was 586.
Oh, I was closest anyway, wasn't I? And I was really close in a few of them.
Yeah.
Even his internationals, I only hit the post. I don't know, when we were sitting here, and obviously Brett cut off, and I was thinking, Robbie Keane played for Wolves, didn't he? So I just went with it, and then there you go.
It takes something in the back of your mind to remember something.
That's my excuse. So I've got the stress of tech issues.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, you'll have to watch the video to make sure I didn't cheat.
No, we were just talking about Barnsley.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about them anymore. But yeah, thanks, Brett. Nice challenge you put up there. Made me worried a little bit, not at one next stage. There'll be one that I'll have no idea. I just got lucky with that.
Yeah.
But like, have we got time to do a bit of research on Steve Ball? Like, can he be a Leeds legend next week?
I didn't say he played for Leeds.
What?
I
No,
didn't
I
say-
know. I'm just saying, who is he? I've never heard of him.
Oh, no. No, I could have had a player named by the name of Ball. It might not be Steve, though.
Oh,
Football players called Ball.
great.
I'll get back to you next week.
Oh, brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry about taking a few guys, but it happens. We'll get that sorted.
We're going
This
to
is
pay
prob-
for Brett to have a Wi-Fi update.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a few 50p to put in the meter. So
It's not. It's not that.
nah,
It's not the way.
no, just go. We'll probably be doing these from now on, guys, because you get to see our faces, which is not always what you want, but it's what you
No,
get.
but it is good when Brett cuts out, so they haven't got to see as many ugly mugs.
Nice.
He's a terrible winner, isn't he?
He's yeah.
What have I won, mate?
He's not got a great attitude.
I haven't won anything. Like, I know that I know more about football than you. I'm just kidding. It's not true.
No,
Just
so yeah,
lucky.
this is the format that we will be doing. Predictions will go up on socials probably soon. We will release this in due course. But yes, this will be the format going forward. So get to see names and faces. Thank you again for joining us. Please keep watching, viewing, and we hope to rock it, but not plummet as bad as the ELS. ESL.
ESL. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Always appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Sorry about the tech issues once again. See you later.
Good night.